Hello best friend and welcome back to my channel. I hope you're having a really good day. This is the first time you're watching my channel. My name is Sebastian and I welcome you guys with open arms. I spill pop culture tea every single day, and listen, I'm your new messy best friend and I'm very excited because I'm doing my first Q&A in a very long time. There's so many beautiful new souls on my community and I'm so grateful and thankful for each and every one of you, and I want to sort of get to know each other. I want you guys to feel free to ask me some questions, so I'm going to answer some of the questions here. I'm going to try and not make this video too long because I do see some comments saying, Sebastian, your videos are way too long, and then some people are saying your videos are too short. So I'm very confused all the time of what to do. So I'm going to try my hardest to keep it under, like, I don't know, I guess you already saw with how long it's going to be. But anyways, I'm gonna do this. And a fun fact about a Q&A, I'm gonna be very honest. I did my very first Q&A. I've been on YouTube for 7 years. And when I hit, I think it was like the first 2 years, it was like my second year, I did a Q&A, I believe. And I wrote, I wrote on Instagram, I wrote on my community tab, and I said, if anyone has any questions, it was my very first Q&A. Nobody asked me a question, only my husband, and I was answering his questions, and then I just sort of like made up some questions, and I just answered a bunch of questions that I thought that would be interesting. So it is so nice to just have actual real questions, so I'm grateful that you took the time to ask. And without further ado, let's go. So the first question comes from Amanda Lovely. So shout out to you, Amanda. And she asks, how do you stay so positive? You really help me a lot when I'm having a really bad day. Your personality is so beautiful and I love it. Also, all-time favorite Disney movie character. Well, Amanda, thank you so much for your question. I'm really grateful that I can be there in your not so great days. Like I've mentioned before, that is my real reason as to why I'm on YouTube, is to keep people company who need it, bring a little bit of positivity, and just try and distract you at least for 8 minutes of the day, and hopefully you can leave my video with a little bit more light and a little bit happier than you watched it. How do I stay so positive? To be very honest, and I'm truthfully honest right now, and I hope you guys can see it from my soul, I'm not always positive, and I have dealt with very horrible depression and anxiety. I have often grieved because of losses that I've had. So it is very difficult for me to actually stay positive. One thing that I do know that has helped me is that I have given I've given a very large part of my life to anxiety and depression. And I think that one of the things that I'm kind of putting my foot down and saying that I cannot afford to have depression and anxiety keep dominating me. So that's one thing that I try and applicate to myself every day. What is my all-time favorite Disney character? Ariel. I love Ariel. I also love Ursula, and I think Ariel. Ariel and Ursula are my all-time favorites. So thank you, Amanda. Allison Lowe, shout out to you, Allison. Allison asked, best place to be is here. We love you, messy best friend. Okay, so she didn't ask a question, but she just said is the best place. So thank you so much, Allison. I love you very much. Next question is Marie M. Where do you see yourself living, and what do you see? And where do you see yourself living, and what do you see yourself doing in 20 years? You know what, Marie? I come to the conclusion where as long as I am surrounded by positive energy and by healing energy, and just everyone I love, I'm letting God just guide me. Seriously, I have so many aspirations and dreams, and I'm letting God in the universe just sort of like mold me and guide me, and that's where I see myself, as being guided and being molded and just healed and in great energy. That's where I see myself, to be very honest. So as long as I have that, girl, the sky's the limit. Maria Castro, bestie, love your channel. Best part of hectic days are your notifications. Thank you, Maria. I love you, and I'm so grateful for that. This next question is from Alondra Hernandez. I've heard you talk about travels to Copenhagen and Spain. So my questions are, where have you traveled, and what brought you to those travels? Were you alone traveling or with a companion? And how did you ever live in another country, and for how long? Okay, Alondra, girl, you asked all the questions. Thank you so much. This is a question I do get a lot, actually. I get a lot about my travel. So I lived in Denmark because my stepfather was Danish, and I lived there for a while. And I traveled through Europe with my husband. We had our honeymoon, I think it's gonna be like 2 years in October that we went to Europe. We got married, it's gonna be 8 years ago, and we saved up, and then 6 years later, we got to finally go on our honeymoon, and we went to Spain, we went to Greece, we went to Germany, we went back to Denmark, we went to Paris, Rome. I mean, so many beautiful places. And while I lived in Denmark, I didn't really get to travel a lot. I was going through a really bad depression, so any chance I got, I just left to Colombia to visit my family and get some sun. But unfortunately, I didn't get to see Europe, and I didn't really get to see a lot of amazing places. But I was very fortunate and lucky to have lived those years in Denmark. And yeah, I don't know if I think I answered all of them. Thank you, Alondra. So this is from Angie Lindstrand. What are your sweet dogs' names, and can we meet your hubby? So my dogs' names are Mateo and Jax. And meet my hubby, yes, of course. We are definitely wanting to do a video together. He's also on YouTube. Shout out the real Andy of Beverly Hills. He does a lot of tea as well, but he does like reality show tea, like Housewives and stuff. So if you love Housewives, bitch, go check it out. Definitely amazing, amazing content. He's such a hard worker, and I'm very proud of him. And we've talked about doing videos together, but I feel because we both do a lot of YouTube, I think that once we're done, we want to spend time together. So that's kind of, I think, the reason why we haven't, but don't worry, we definitely will. Where do you get all your colorful outfits? So this is from Teardrop. So thank you so much for my outfit. You know, fashion is something that I really love, you guys. But ever since I was a kid, for me, fashion has been always really hard because I was always bigger than, you know, the average size of child growing up. And B, you know, I had boobs, and I saw some boobs. And 3, you know, because of maybe being made fun of, I was always forced to wear, you know, blah outfits. So the colorful comes from finally me just not caring what anyone says and trying to embrace my body. Trying. Every day I'm learning to love myself some more. And I think that it's important to kind of blossom. So that's why I choose colorful things. And I get a lot of my clothes. Yes, I used to shop a lot in Ross, but lately for the past like half year, Ross has just not been giving. I'm so like I go to Ross maybe like once every 2 weeks or so just to kind of browse around. I do love the candles, but the clothes is just not giving anymore. So I've been going a lot to Forever 21, and I wasn't able to fit in their XXL since I think maybe like half a year I started being able to fit in their sizes. So I get to buy some clothes there now, which I'm very grateful. And also I go to Topshop, and I buy a lot of my clothes when I go to Colombia because it's just a lot cheaper, and I feel like they have a lot more selection. So I think I bring a lot of my clothes from Colombia. Like most of the clothes you see are definitely from Colombia. So this is from Practical Joker. What do you usually do on your time off, like your hobbies, etc.? my hobbies, time off. So time off, I really do like to spend a lot of time with my dogs. I like to go on hikes. I love going on hikes. I haven't gone on a hike in a really long time, bitch. I need to go on a fucking hike. I love going on hikes. I love being with my dogs, seeing friends, of course, you know, being with my husband. I have to say, sometimes I have to kind of force myself to see friends just because, I don't know, sometimes I get so much social anxiety, you guys, I'm not even lying, that I like just kind of want to stay home. I'm a very big homebody, I have to admit. But I am trying to force myself. One of the biggest hobbies that I have is definitely going to the movies, girl. I love going to the movies. I love eating the food there. And I just love getting lost in the movie, you know, just like you really leave reality when you go to a movie theater. So I love going to a movie theater. I love it so much. Yeah, movie theaters I think are my number one hobby, and traveling, of course. Oh, Teardrop also asked, do you have Latino blood? Yes. So all my family is Colombian, so that's where my Latino comes from. Laura Kath asks, will you ever do a meet and greet? So this is a question that I do get asked quite a lot, which is so crazy. I even get asked this. I don't think you guys understand that, you know, I've been doing YouTube for 7 years, right? And there's many years of those 7 years where I thought it was never going anywhere. So I knew that coming into YouTube, I just wanted to, like I said, keep people company, be there for when they need it, and you know, if they're eating alone, if they're sad, if they're depressed, have anxiety, having trouble sleeping, I wanted to shed some light and be there for them. And that has always been my number one thing. And I was like, well, you know, if this doesn't really go anywhere, at least, you know, hopefully I'm helping a couple people. And now that I see I'm so grateful, by the honestly grace of God, my channel is growing. I'm so thankful to see it. I mean, the thought of having a meet and greet, of course, has, you know, because I get so many questions, but in my head, I'm like, they're not serious. I mean, is it serious? Like, I don't know. I went to Connecticut and I announced that I was going to Connecticut. My husband surprised me for Christmas to go to 90s Con, which was like a bunch of 90s TV shows and singers, and it was like a convention. It was amazing. And it was in Connecticut. And I said, well, I'm gonna be there if anyone wants to meet me. I'm gonna be in this building. And like four of you came and dragged your boyfriends with, which I thought was so funny. And we stayed there for like an hour talking, and it was the most amazing feeling because, you know, I don't have many friends. So, you know, when I talk to you guys and we spill tea and stuff, I really feel like we're hanging out. And because I'm only seeing myself and listening to myself, you know, 99% of the time, unless I'm live, it gets boring, you know, because I want to see you. I want to hug you. I want to say hi to you. So lately I have been meeting quite a lot of you every time, you know, well, not every time, but a lot of times I go out or I'm hiking or at a club or something, and I run into one of you guys, and it makes my day. So of course I would love to do a meet and greet. I just think that I have to kind of believe in myself a little bit more that people actually want to, you know, meet me. So I'm really thinking about it, maybe doing something here in Los Angeles, and maybe I'll even do it like during the summer. I was thinking about doing something for Pride, which is in 2 weeks. I was thinking about like saying, you know, I'm gonna be at Pride. If you guys want to meet me, you know, why not? So I was thinking about doing something like that, but I'm not sure. So what do you guys think? Let me know in the comments. I don't know. I'm new to your channel. How did you meet your husband? So that's a question that I get asked so many times, and it is so funny because I've told my husband, I said, I want to answer this question with you. So that is a #1 video. When we ever do one together, that's the #1 video we're going to do, is how we met. Because it's so funny. You have to see like my version and his version, and like the two different point of views, because it's the funniest thing. Like when we've told the story together, people are like, it's like a fucking tennis match. Cause you know, I'm saying something, he's saying something, I'm telling, you know, how I was feeling at certain times. He was talking about he was feeling at certain times. So that question will be answered when I'm with him and he's sitting right here. We will do that together. I promise you guys, because it's funnier that way. You got, girl, seriously. Another Jennifer R says, are you ever gonna do a meet and greet? I answered it. Hopefully I will. Yes. Danny Stormborn asks, okay, Bestie, I have one question. I'm not trying to be a smart ass or weird. I'm genuinely curious. What kind of pants do you wear when you leave the house? I've always wondered what you pair your shirts with. So when I film, I don't wear anything. I wear boxers, right? And then when I go out, I just do skinny black jeans. That's my go-to. Jessica Simpson from Ross. Those are amazing. From the Jessica Simpson collection, I always wear those. They're fabulous. They hug you real well. They're high-waisted. I think it's so important to wear high-waisted pants because, I have the little, the little stomach, the lower stomach. So it kind of covers it. So yes, I wear that. Okay. DK says, I'm a hairdresser and I just want to ask you what product you style your hair with. Hairspray, your hair, by the way, looks super good. Thank you so much. I just use normal hairspray from CVS, girl. That's the God honest truth. Just CVS, boom, 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 boom. Whichever is the cheapest, that's what I use, and that's it. Christina Pacelli asks, since you're not dating Bad Bunny anymore, wanted to know why you broke up. Bad Bunny. He broke my heart. He broke my heart. I'll never forget him. He's the father of my children, and what we had was special. Kendall Jenner will never give him what I gave him. I gave him companionship. I gave him love. I gave him this great booty. I can't talk about it anymore. My lawyers have advised me not to talk about it anymore. And we broke up because he left me for Kendall Jenner. That's just the truth. Side note, bitch, tell me why I'm seeing some questions saying, hang on, did you really date Bad Bunny? If you believe that I dated Bad Bunny, I love you. It is the cutest thing in the world. Okay, Amy Lopez says, who do you follow on YouTube or Instagram? Do you think your nosy neighbor follows you on any platforms? That is such a good question. Amy Lopez. So who do I follow on Instagram? I have to, and on YouTube, I have to be very honest with you. I don't watch YouTubers anymore. I don't watch anybody on YouTube. I do my videos, I post them, I'll go live, I'll answer some comments, I'll go in my community tab, say hi to you guys, and that's about it. I don't do YouTube, I don't do Instagram, I follow a bunch of people, but I don't necessarily watch their stories. I don't watch YouTube videos of anybody. I'm not, like, I used to love YouTube, but I think because I spend so much time, working on it, that I'm not there. The one I do love is TikTok. So I will watch a lot of TikTok. But YouTube and Instagram, I'm barely not there. Instagram stories, I will maybe watch like the first 4 that appear, but I don't go out of my way to watch people's stories or watch people's videos, to be very honest with you. So that's, yeah. So Roxy Rocha says, how did you and your husband meet? So yeah, I'll answer that whenever we're together, I promise. Better Than Nonsense says, what do you do to get out of a slump? Do you believe in any superstitions? And if yes, what are they? What do I do to get out of a slump? To be very honest with you, I am there in the slump. Whenever I'm in a slump, girl, it is so difficult for me to get out of one, bitch. And I promise you it's the truth. It is so difficult for me to get out of one. Girl, 20 minutes already. It is so difficult for me to get out of one because it's just like, I like, when I'm in a slump, I like fucking beat myself up even more. So my best advice to get out of a slump, and this is gonna sound so fucking Mary Poppins, but it's the truth, is fixing your environment, taking a shower, brushing your teeth. I know that when you're in a slump, those things can seem like they are out of this world, but you know what, you guys, it is so incredibly helpful to do that, because when you do that, you feel clean, you feel like you're new, you know what I mean? So I do that quite a lot. That's how I definitely get out of slump, after like a day or two that I'm in it. So don't get it twisted. It's not like I'm in a slump and I'm like, oh, magically I'm okay. No, bitch. It is a fucking work in progress. And do I believe in superstitions? You know, I do. I believe, one of the main things I believe is be very wary of who you allow in your home. I love candles. I love incense. I love sage. I love Palo Santo. And prayer. For me, prayer is not a superstition. For me, prayers is like my gasoline, is my energy, and that's what I do. Okay, I think just a couple more because, 20 fucking minutes already. Joe Mama says, when are you gonna start making videos again for your paying subscribers? I'm so grateful you asked this question. So I talked about this, I don't remember when, but I know it was like maybe a month ago or something, and I said that I wanted to start making videos for my members only. Now, for members only, it's very confusing for me, and I'm very, very honest with you guys. I can go live on members only, but I can go live from my phone. I can only go live from my computer. My computer doesn't work, so I cannot go live there, right? So for my members only, if I were to start right now to just make videos for you guys, what videos do you want to see? Because that's like my main thing. Because I do 5 videos a day, I don't know if you want more. That's the question. If you do, and if you want another video, a cooking video, a story time, I have a lot of ideas, but I just don't want to get you tired. So what do you want to see? And if you guys want, I could film some story times, I can film some cooking, I can film some vlogs, some walking. I have so many ideas, and I want to do that because I want you guys to see the real Sebastian. That's the main reason that I even open members only. So let me know what you guys want to see, and I will definitely start, and then I will announce when I'll start again, which, you know what? It could be as soon as next week. So let me know in the comments. And, if you've been supporting me this long, I'm so grateful. I know there's a bunch of videos there that I already filmed, but obviously, you want new ones, definitely gonna bring you some new ones. And I'm so appreciative of your support and your love. I just don't want to like bore you or tire you. So that's like my main thing I have up here. So let me know, and I will definitely do. Okay, the last question that I'm gonna take, because this video is getting too long, and then I can always do a part 2. So if I didn't answer your question here, don't worry. I'm just gonna randomly pick one. Boom, boom. How and what made you choose to be an influencer, and how did you get started? But first of all, Sherry Story, I love that you even said I'm an influencer. That's so funny. And I've said this before, but I'll say it again. For me, because I lost my brother 10 years ago, I was on autopilot. I was grieving. I was very depressed. I was out of it, to be very honest with you. And a couple of YouTubers, I started watching them, and it really felt like they were friends. We just moved to Los Angeles. I didn't know anybody. YouTubers really, kept me company. And one day I was in a bus stop waiting for the bus to go to work, and I just got an idea and saying I have to give back, because I know that there are many people who are out here not in a great, time. They're not having a great time. So I said, I'm gonna start doing this, and that's the main reason I started 7 years ago. Because I just feel like, if we can just help a little bit, why not? And if I'm lucky enough to connect with you guys and give you guys some peace, some harmony, accompany you while you're eating if you're alone, or on your way to work, or feeling anxiety or can't sleep, all those times I've been there, and YouTube helped me. That's why I wanted to give back. So that's my God honest truth. But yeah, and we're here, and we're going strong, girl, and we're gonna keep on going. So anyways, that was part 1, you guys. I'm definitely gonna do a part 2 because there's a lot of questions that I missed. So please check out for part 2. I love you all so much. I'm so grateful and thankful for each and every one of you. The fact that you took time to ask the questions means the world. Answer right below your question. If you have a question, right below what you want to ask, and I'll put it in my next video. But I really do want to say that I love you, that I'm grateful for you, and I'm also very excited to do members only. If that is something you guys want me to do, let me know in the comments, because girl, there's a lot of times where I'm doing something, or I'm by myself, or I have a thought and I'm like, oh, I wish I could talk about this, but I don't know if you guys are gonna be like so bored and tired of me. So let me know in the comments. But I do love you all, and I'm so grateful, I'm so thankful, and I cannot wait for, you know, for us to grow together and hopefully have a meet and greet soon. So anyways, I love you all, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Mwah.